Hi, I'm Elise and this is Which Way. Today I will be reviewing the witch lore in the comic Toil and Trouble. This 6-part series was first published in 2016 by Archaea Comics. It's written by Maigrid Scott and illustrated by Kelly and Nicole Matthews. The plot follows the three fates, the witches of Alba, Briata, Kate and Smyrte. They urge fate along on its course, but when two differ on a prophecy's meaning, they turn on each other and each take fate into their own hands. After all their centuries, will this finally be their undoing? Only fate will decide. I loved the vivid colours and beautifully thought out character designs of the three witches. Their character building is very well done. Their relationship is rocky from the start, and it's interesting to see how it evolves and changes while they each think they are doing what is right. In the collected volumes, Maigrid Scott delves further into her fascination with Shakespeare and the story of Macbeth. She admits her story, Toil and Trouble, came from a happy accident when mistaking a report about writing an adaptation of the play. Whilst everyone else changed the age and names of the characters, Maigrid wanted to know what the heck is up with the witches. Macbeth's three witches are originally described as terrible old crones with hairy chins, and depending on which version of the play, only appear in around 3 scenes, one of which they recite the famous Song of the Witches, Double Double, Toil and Trouble, inspiring the name of the comic. The three witches are thought to be inspired by the 3 classical fates, 2 versions of which are briefly mentioned in the comics. The Moirai, named Clotho, Lachesis and Otropo, and the Nordic Norns, named Urd, Skald and Verdani. Whichever mythos they belong to, these 3 fates literally weave the destiny of gods and humankind, and each represent birth, life and death, or what once was, what is, and what will be. These 3 witches have another threefold representation: Kate, Maiden, Smyrte, Mother, and Briata, Crone. The Mother Maiden Crone represents the triple goddess in some religions, most notably that of Hecate, goddess of witches. In some versions of Macbeth, Hecate does make an appearance, but these were believed to be added after its initial creation, taken from the play The Witch by Thomas Middleton. Maigrid Scott wanted to stay true to Shakespeare's original, so Hecate was left out. There is a little nod to her, however. Blackbirds were associated with Hecate, and one makes an appearance in every issue. The witches also have a familiar spirit, their names taken from the original play, but this time they are also each associated with their witch's element. Slithering on the earth is Kate's familiar paddock, and from the water is Harpier, Smyrte's albino crab. As heir, Briata has the red kite Greymalkin. In folklore, a Greymalkin or Grimalkin was thought to be a familiar cat that served witches. These familiars are loyal to their own witch, and the witches in turn are loyal to Alba. These witches are powerful supernatural beings, though they are not fully immortal. There are always 3, but when one dies, another is chosen to take their place. It is unclear on how they are chosen, though it isn't until their mortal death that they can assume this mantle, so their power is somehow imbued. They are able to choose to be seen or unseen, change their form, influence the minds of the humans of their lands, and can raise storms off the coast to stop an invading fleet from encroaching on their home. But their reach is only so far. They seem to only have power in and around their own lands, and are aware of others like themselves, mentioning the Moirai and the Norns, and even the Hexa, the Norwegian word for witch. This comic scores for lore, as it's a beautiful interpretation of Shakespeare's Weird Sisters. If you haven't yet read it, check it out in the links below. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it's currently free on that platform, so you can check it out there. What's your favourite comic book witch? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook for some extra content, and as always, please like and subscribe to keep up to date here on The Witch Way. Thanks for watching.